Prime time.
Prime time.
Prime time. That's the name.
Prime time.
Prime time.
What time is it? Showtime prime time.
It's XL Prime Time, featuring Joe C.,
I reduced my toilet paper down to 3 squares.
Matt Hayes,
Big asses and big thighs, yeah.
and Leon Searcy.
Bringing you love, peace, and soul.
Well, right now, that's the anthem that's playing down in South Florida. That's for sure. How do you like me now? They're back in the national championship picture and back in the national championship game. Miami wins last night over Hotty Toddy. What a game it was. And I am surrounded by Miami Hurricanes, different generations, as a matter of fact, of Miami Hurricanes all around me, including our head coach, Dave Campo, who has made it back not only to talk Miami football, but to talk playoff football with your Jacksonville Jaguars. So those are going to be the two topics that we hit first and foremost. Coach, welcome. It is good to see your face.
Well, thank you. And I'm really excited to be back here. And listen, you talk about surrounded. I wanted to sit in that seat and you sit here so that we did have you surrounded. But you sat down there too fast, really exciting ball game last night.
Yep.
And I'm looking forward to an exciting
So today's a good day to see him roll in.
Yeah, Coach, this is what we call the after party, okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because we haven't started partying after last night.
Yeah.
What time do you go to bed, Leon?
I went to bed at 1:30.
Yeah.
Okay. Earlier than me.
Yeah, 1:30.
I was 3:30. I laid my head down.
Listen, I was sober and I didn't go to bed for 2 hours after the game. I was revved up.
All right, so we're going to talk a bunch about it, obviously. And now they know they're in. Now we're going to find out who they play. Indiana and Oregon comes up tonight. And the college football playoff, at least to this point, has delivered a heck of a lot of drama, some good storylines, so on and so forth. So we'll get into it. But, Coach, the main reason you are back is because of playoff football right here in good old Duval.
Absolutely. But first of all, I had to get out of Dallas to see some good football because the Cowboys were terrible, and unfortunately, Matt Eberflus, who I coached with, and, who I believe is a good football coach. Mm-hmm. That just goes to show you it's a combination of coaching and players. You have to have both. Yeah. You can't just, think that, a guy's going to come in, he's a great coach, and all of a sudden, you're going to win.
Yeah,
it's the combination.
Unfortunate thing for him is he got clobbered as a head coach and as the defensive coordinator. Not a great
right
situation.
in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a rough one there.
Yeah. And then Ben Johnson walks into Chicago, and obviously he gets them going where he wants them to go. But Dallas sucked, Duval didn't, right, Leon?
Right.
Absolutely.
That's how you can look at it.
That's the way you look at it.
And so we want to kind of have fun today since Coach is back in the building. So you guys can hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. You can shoot some thoughts our way. Coach would love to hear from you. That's for sure. He's still a regular on our show, but now we're going to have him for the whole 2 hours today hanging out with us and talking Jaguar ball and, of course, the Hurricanes from last night. So this game sets up, at least the way the injury report is looking for the Buffalo Bills, better and better for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And right now, Leon, Duval has moved from an underdog to a favorite in this game. So things are changing in the minds of many in terms of handicapping this game.
Their injuries are not our fault. We just got to be able to take advantage of the fact that we're healthy and they're not. That's too bad for them. I mean, they're in the way. That's the way you got to look at it, and you got to approach it that way. But you can't focus on that. You got to focus on what you do well,
right,
every day, and understand that the regular season, the playoff, the elevation, it has to be elevation because everything picks up. Coach could tell you the best. Everything picks up in the playoffs. Execution, intensity, physicality, the mental aspects of it. So this team hasn't had a lot of history of it, but if they show me what they've done the last 8 weeks, then I don't think that there's going to be a problem come Sunday.
One of the things that I really felt going back was the Denver game, to me, was going to be a precursor to what could happen in the playoffs.
Right.
Because that game was intense.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough to win in Denver. We played there a couple times, and it's a rough place to play. And I just felt that game was kind of what we can expect. That was a true playoff game to me, even though the games afterwards were the same. I mean, they had to keep winning to stay winning the division. But that game showed really what our team was all about, in my opinion.
Absolutely, Coach. It was a dress rehearsal of what could come later on down the road.
Correct.
And the fact that this team was poised in those situations and took advantage, Trevor was elite in that game, absolutely elite in that game. And Coach is right. I played in Denver as a Steeler and as a Jaguar. It is tough to play. The crowd, the altitude and all that that's real. It is real.
I think down the stretch, the two biggest litmus tests, if you want to call them, are you legit or are you not? Right. It was the Broncos game and the Houston game. Now, the Texans, it fell perfectly for them having Davis Mills as a backup. They had that thing under control and in hand, and they weren't able to obviously get it done. But that Denver game impressed a lot of people, made people wake up to what Jacksonville was doing and start to give them a little credit for what they've got.
Well, I like the fact that the national media is made some progress, but they still don't believe, and that is good for us, in my opinion. I don't care if we're an underdog or a favorite. The game, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
the game is what it is. And you still have to make those plays when you have the opportunity. And I believe this Jacksonville team is the most balanced football team in all three areas of any of the teams that are in the playoffs. So to me, hey, we can beat anybody if we just play football. And to me, that's going to be the key to the whole thing.
I feel like that is something that, and we'll go through these teams coming up in just a bit, because people aren't realizing what one team does well, what one team doesn't do well in matchup situations, who can take advantage of that. People are just maybe looking at quarterback matchups and that kind of stuff. But this does set up well for a team that can count on a big leg from Cam Little. They can count on a defense making timely takeaways, and they can count on an offense that's going down the field now and making plays. And that's not necessarily true 3 phases of football for all the teams that are in the postseason right now.
No, we are balanced. We're top 10 offense, defense in the NFL, both sides of the ball. That says enough right there. Then we got a field goal kicker. Anything approachable within midfield, he can put it between the uprights. That's what you need. You need that balance. And this team, the fact that this team is playing so well, I can't explain it, but good film, when you got good film over the last couple of weeks and you see yourself playing at an elite level, that's programmed in your head that you can already do it. You've done it. And now doing it again is just second nature to you now. So, good film is always, this team has been playing great down the stretch. So the fact that they see themselves playing great means that when the next upcoming week, they expect to play great.
Yeah, exactly.
The other thing is, and again, we've kind of said this right along. I really do believe that Liam Cohen and Campanelli, and I kept saying Campanelli, whatever it is.
Fragile,
I still
Campanile.
don't know. I still don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But
It's Campanile.
Campanile. I believe that they are both the right guys. When you look at it, I think the leadership, there's no question that these two guys can run a football team. And then I think, from a call standpoint, they've also done well there.
Yeah.
So you put those two things together. Listen, Johnson, the safety, walked in with a shirt that had Campanile's name on it. Now you tell me that he isn't relating to the players.
Says it all.
And that's really what you're looking at. And I think the relationship that Cohen has with Trevor is that's how you win. That's the key.
Coach, he's saving careers.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys, what we saw last year, the way they were performing, they deserve to be on the field.
Yep.
But now these guys he's resurrected a lot of these guys' careers where they ultimately, whether they'll be a Jaguar or somewhere else, they're going to get paid.
Yep.
You know Anthony last year, Coach.
Yeah,
Antonio Johnson last year. Coach, it was time where he was lost out there. And now he's playing at an elite level.
And the Devin Lloyds of the world.
Devin Lloyd, yes.
I've been saying it all week, Coach. Christmas. I don't know if you get Christmas cards from past players.
Yeah.
Every year they should be sending Campanile a Christmas card in perpetuity. Okay, forever. All right, so let's stay on the Jags, but let's get back to last night's game. Miami with a huge win. Trinidad Chambliss right down to the end. I'm pretty sure you guys got your pass interference call back. Okay, the ones that you've been mad about for a long time. I'm pretty sure you got it back last night. So we'll get into all of it from that game. You guys jump in 641-1010. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. A Florida home AC Friday right here on XLP.
XL Primetime. Driven by Big #1 Duval Ford. Elite service for elite companies. A super defense is like a superior fence. They both protect what you value.
Pass rush. Linebacker secondary.
After the game, Superior Fence and Rail highlights the defensive player of the game on 1010XL.
Ready to race Jacksonville? Indoor racing anytime at K1 Speed. Fast electric karts, real competition, and family fun. Buy 2 races, get 1 free every Tuesday. Cruise over to K1 Speed Jacksonville today. Your top destination for indoor racing.
Happy New Year from Awaken 180 Weight Loss. It is 2026. Is this what you've been waiting for? Is the time now for you to drop the weight with Awaken 180 Weight Loss? Look, the time was right for me. I had to do something. I remember looking at myself in the mirror, just couldn't believe it, man. I was going down a bad path. Found out about the great folks of Awaken 180 Weight Loss, started talking with a coach, and instantly I knew that is exactly what I needed. Awaken 180 changed my life. I lost over 100 pounds. Guys, take it from somebody that lost triple digits on this program. It worked for me. It will work for you. No shots, no pills. You do it the natural way with the terrific coaching of Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Call 844-346-1800 or go to Awaken180weightloss.com and do what I did with Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
It's your boy, Big Sirs, All-Pro lineman and your lemon pepper guy. Nothing screams game day like Wingstop. But get this. Every Saturday and Sunday this football season, score big with Wingstop's special deal. Order a 100-piece wing pack online at wingstop.com or the Wingstop app using promo code JAX20 to get $20 off. That's right. Carry on the delivery. It's your call. Use online promo code JAX20 to get $20 off a 100-piece wing pack. Fire up your game day order this weekend with Wingstop.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple years ago. Went smooth as silk, was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
Our son Eric's a Division I collegiate baseball pitcher who is having shoulder pain. We took him to Southeast Orthopedic Specialist and are confident that he's now on the road to recovery. This is Beth Anderson, and we love the care Eric receives at Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
Life happens every day, and sometimes it gets in the way. That's why 1010XL makes it easy to listen to your favorites. If you missed it, get it on demand.
At 1010XL.com.
Channeled by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning.
Julington Creek Pest Control has been serving our community since 1984. Our turf management program is an all-out blitz, granular fertilization, weed and insect control, keeping your lawn championship green all year. Quarterly pest control stops bugs before they ever cross your goal line. Family owned, locally operated, expert technicians, top quality products, no gimmicks, just winning results. Julington Creek Pest Control, our family serving yours since 1984.
This is the home of the Florida Gators. Get your Gators hoops on 1010XL. Brought to you by the personal injury attorneys of Farah and Farah, Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville, and Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors.
The Jaguars are AFC South champions.
How good is that?
And we're not done yet. Sunday, January 11th, head to the bank as the Jaguars face off against the Buffalo Bills in the NFL wildcard round. Kickoff is at 1 p.m. So let's bring the energy for the biggest game in franchise history. Join the playoff action by visiting Jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We'll see you at the bank.
This is Hayes Carline with your playoff perspective, brought to you by Harrell and Harrell. Led by Josh Allen and James Cook, the Bills are armed with the NFL's best run offense, averaging 159 yards a game. The Jaguars counter with the NFL's best run defense, giving up just 85 yards a game. If the Jaguars can hold Buffalo to 120 rushing yards or lower, they will beat the Bills and advance to the divisional round of the playoffs. That's your playoff perspective, brought to you by Harrell and Harrell. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
Bueller,
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal, is that a turtleneck?
Can't you feel it, Jason? There's a chill in the air, a definite nip.
I mean, it is January.
In Jacksonville, Jason, I didn't come here for cold.
Well, I wouldn't call this.
Cold weather gives me the sniffles. Sniffles turns to pneumonia. Suddenly, I'm in a hospital bed with a tube down my throat because Florida didn't get the memo about ignoring winter.
So switch over to heat.
What if my system can't remember how to heat?
Dude, put on these sunglasses.
Whoa.
Bueller Air and Plumbing can make sure your system is ready to switch from cooling to heat. We'll clean your heating coil to get rid of that burning dust smell and make sure you have the coolant pressure to keep your heat pump pumping out the heat.
Huh, I had no idea these sunglasses worked in the winter.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Three receivers, bunch to the left. Beck is looking that way. And still looking. Takes off running. Carson Beck with his legs. Puts Miami on top. What a drive.
This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
You could argue it's one of the greatest drives you've seen to cement a win and put yourself in position for a national championship. Who knows if that will happen, but that did happen last night. And what Beck was able to do, what the combination of what Mark Fletcher did the entire game, what Malachi Tony was able to do at different times, and then Beck, as you just heard the call from Chris Fowler, everything is moving. The whole flow of the play is to the right. The defense is all to the left from their side of the field, and then boom, Beck finds that little seam and takes off and scores.
See, if Miami goes on and wins the national championship in this NIL era where guys are trying to make all this money and stuff like, which is no problem with, no one's going to remember how much money you made. They're going to remember the legacy that you left the school with. We go on to win a national championship game.
Yeah.
People are going to talk about that Carson Beck drive 10 years from now. When they reunion stuff, like we do, Coach, we go back 10 years, 20 years with the reunions and stuff, and we celebrate our national championships that year, 20 years away. When they come back, Carson Beck, that drive, that touchdown, that scramble is going to be mentioned forever. And that's what it's really all about. It's about getting paid. But once you get paid, what kind of legacy are you going to leave with the school? Because the money you make ain't going to matter. They ain't going to remember that.
Yeah.
When you see Ray Lewis and you see Michael Irvin and the guys that are back,
Edgerrin James, Andre Johnson, Gino Torretta, the list was endless.
When you see those guys on the sideline, it brings up one thing though that's I think is really important. They look at this like us, like we were, those guys were. Well, Miami was defined by championships. Okay. If we don't win the national championship this year, we were a good team. That's it. We're not the same. They're not the same right now yet. The thing that will define this team is winning against Oregon or Indiana, whoever it is, because that's what those guys on the sideline, including this guy over here, the way they view Miami is a championship football team, period.
Coach,
not wins, losses, whatever. That's it.
Coach, and I learned that at a very early age. Is when my freshman year, '87, when we won the championship, right? I remember the veteran. I used to wear my ring all the time and stuff like that. And the veteran would come up to me and say, "What you wearing your ring for? You didn't earn that. Go get yours." So that was letting me know right now I'm in the room, but I can't sit at the table.
Right. And you're not going to get to take credit for anything.
Exactly. You're not going to be able to get credit. You got to go get your own. So yeah, you're right, Coach. This team right now is in the room, but in order to sit at the table, you got to get it done against Indiana.
And I think they're capable.
Absolutely.
That's the key. So, and listen, remember, we won our group first one in the Orange Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're in Hard Rock Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
So if they lose that ball game, unfortunately, that's going to be the thing that lingers, because the guys that are on that sideline, the guys we've been talking about, they're excited right now because they see that this team has a chance to be who they are.
Yeah.
And that's the key.
And look, like I like having fun saying, hey, Canes ain't done a whole hell of a lot in a long time, but they are a brand. They do have championships.
Right.
They do have, like the Hurricane Hall of Famer can attest to, and you as a coach there can attest to. And you're right, Coach. It's a program that's not defined by appearances. It's defined by being there and winning it. And so we'll find out if they can. Indiana, right now, they're the betting favorite. They're a 3.5-point favorite against Indiana or against Oregon tonight. We'll see how that one goes. Oregon might be able to claw their way back into this thing and make things interesting. We will see. But right now, I think most people will probably be thinking Indiana-Miami is what we're going to see.
Yeah, I think Oregon, because I watched that game in Indiana and Oregon during the regular season. I think Oregon has to get out their head the drumming that Indiana put on them. They bully balled them, absolutely, in Eugene. I mean, both sides of the ball. So Oregon, if they don't come in there and meet the physicality, because we know Indiana on both sides of the ball, they're going to pound it on you, and they're going to grind it, and they're going to get after you pretty good. So Oregon has got to meet the physicality, or it's going to be a replica of what we saw during the regular season.
No question about it. All right, a dude that was in the building last night, let's say hey.
Time to drop some college knowledge on XL Primetime. Brought to you by Modelo, the official beer of the college football playoff.
I know for a fact Matt Hayes enjoys a cold Modelo after he finally hit send with the USA Today Sports work that he was doing last night in Glendale, Arizona for what was, I tell you what, a treat of a game. Was it not, Matt Hayes, for 60 minutes?
Joe, I literally had a Modelo when I got back to the hotel.
Beautiful.
I kid you not. So that's a hell of an intro. What a game, man. What a game. I mean, I think, and this is what I wrote at USA Today, I think it kind of ended perfectly for Miami, that game. Because all those Canes teams of the past in the last 24 years, 23 years, all of them that couldn't close out games, that weren't tough enough, that weren't mentally tough enough, they were in a situation where they completely dominated a game and were staring at a deficit with 3 minutes to go and 75 yards to go. And they needed a once in a career drive from a quarterback from a team. And they sucked it up and they did it. And I think that's, as much as anything, that kind of underscores what Mario's done in the last 4 years. How he's built them to this point where even through all that adversity they won that. They beat them up and down. They probably should have lost that game still, and they found a way to win it. And to me, that's what championships teams do. Number one, and that's what Mario's wanted all along now for 4 years.
Hey, man, talk to me about Carson Beck and that last drive, bro. I mean, he was clutch when he had to be.
Clutch, just so clutch. And he was really shaky early on too, man. But he made some big throws. Man, that deep ball. He throws as good a deep ball as anyone, man. Just a beautiful throw on that touchdown. What he does, I think he was in that moment, Leon. He was just methodically managing a team. And every time we say a quarterback is a game manager, everything, so that's a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. When you got 3 minutes to go and you're in a situation where you've got to reach the sticks, or you're in a third down and it's a third and long and you got to make a play and you make a perfect throw on an in cut. Those things are critical. He managed that game perfectly in the last 3 minutes.
Talk with Matt Hayes. You can find all of his stuff at USA Today Sports. Of course, he'll be back in the building with XLP on Monday. And the Hurricanes are having such a after party, Matt, that even Coach Campo showed up and is in the building right now partying. And look at the big smile.
Get out of here.
Yeah, look at the big smile he's got on his face right now.
I'm just disappointed.
Wait, so are you telling me He's in Jacksonville, and I'm here. I'm missing him.
Listen,
son of a gun.
Listen, I'm just disappointed you're not here. The first thing I asked when I came in, I said, "Is Matt not in?" And then I realized, of course, he's not in. I've got a question.
I love and miss you, man. Before we go any further, I love and miss you. Happy New Year.
Yeah, thank you. Same to you. I've got a question for you. On Stephen A. Smith's show today, which I very seldom watch, they had Ryan Clark on, and Ryan said that the reason, and you've watched a lot of college football for a long time. He made the statement. He said that the reason the Hurricanes won was because they are created exactly the way everybody thinks the SEC should look as a football team. Do you agree with that?
You know what's funny, Dave, is I literally, when I first started, probably like in the second or third quarter, when mine was playing terribly, but you kind of knew they were going to win. I shouldn't say playing terribly. They were dominating the game, but they couldn't close out drives and stuff. I knew they were going to win the game. I was thinking, this is exactly like the way like Alabama and Georgia play.
Yep.
They physically impose your will on you. They're unbelievable on the defensive line, and they force you into mistakes. And I was thinking, I'm going to write something like, the SEC just got knocked out, but this is literally an SEC team we're watching right now.
Yeah.
Which and I think I agree with that. I think they're built in that mentality that way. But I think Miami was the SEC before the SEC.
Yeah,
was
there
the
you go.
SEC, you know what I mean? Those teams with Jimmy and with the what did Leon call Dennis Erickson, the assistant,
the substitute
teacher.
Respectfully.
Yeah.
Respectfully, right.
Yes.
Those teams and the team that Bush built and that Larry Coker got to take advantage of, like those were SEC teams before the SEC was.
Yeah, I totally agree. That's what I said immediately. This is Miami of old. This is what you expected and have seen when they were at their tip top, which we know that they were at for a long, long time. That's for sure. We're talking with Matt Hayes. He is covering the national championship semifinal down there in Glendale, Arizona on the Key Buick GMC hotline. And when you think of what they did in terms of owning the clock, using the run game with Mark Fletcher, Malachi, basically masterful when he needed to be. The big play up the middle of the field was tremendous for him. Mario has to feel like whoever they put in front of them, they can beat based on what they did.
Oh, I don't think there's any question. I think the team believes that too, which is critical.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this. I love Shannon Dawson, not just as a play caller, but as a guy. He's such a great dude, man. I think he gets kind of enthralled still a little bit with his Hal Mummy, Mike Leach background.
A little too cute.
And just I just think, look, when you've got what the Canes have, when you've got 5 offensive linemen that are going to play in the NFL, and you've got Mark Fletcher, who is just a legit pile mover, just run the ball, man, and just keep running it. And if you're going to throw it, throw off play action when the safeties creep up and you can throw it and it's 1-on-1 and it's a much easier throw. And I don't know why I kept saying, what are they doing? Why don't they just run the ball? And they put themselves in a situation where they needed that last 3-minute drive, and Carson made some big throws. But I don't, if you're in a situation against Indiana and you can run the ball against Indiana, don't give up on it, man. Keep doing it.
Matt, you must have read my text, because when they put Malachi back in there at running back on that play on the 3rd and 3 or whatever it was, and then when they ran that flea flicker, JJ and Leon
Leon's
and I were
going crazy right now.
Yeah.
Leon must have been pounding the table.
Bro, I had my praying hands up so I wouldn't curse when he did it, bro.
I did curse,
bro,
unfortunately.
I mean, you're at the 3-yard line and you get in the wildcat. Just give it to Fletcher, man. Like,
how about even it wasn't the 3, but we had to settle for a field goal. How about even that Carson Beck play, which ended up being an iconic play? Why are you even dropping back to pass there? Honestly, hand it off.
Right, just hand the ball off.
And just,
it's frustrating, but you know what? I mean, championship teams have to learn how to win, and I think Miami is, and I think Shannon's kind of learning that. Look, I can't be cute, and look, I'm sure that last play called that you're talking about, JJ. They talked about it. In fact, Mario said after the game they talked about that they wanted to throw there because even if you throw it away because it's not there, it then becomes a 3rd down, and they've got to prepare for both the run and the pass because you have a timeout. So they specifically wanted to throw it there to, at the very least, set up the idea that they will throw it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then once they got back there, and then once the field opened up because they were running a T&E, and the outside opened up, and boom, Carson just went.
As elated as I am about the Miami win, I got to take my hats off to Ole Miss. We got the pass interference back. By the way, we got it back for 25 years ago.
You did get it back.
Yeah, we got it back.
You 100%
it was owed to us.
Yeah.
It was owed to us.
They still would have had to get like 20
Yeah,
yards.
they still would have had to get 20 yards. But yeah,
I mean, to be fair,
And I've never seen it called in that scenario.
Yeah, 35 yards, but he was tackling him, so that's the only reason why he
tackling.
pulling him down. Yeah, same thing.
No, but
they also got the advantage of the face mask too on that last try.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
face mask was huge.
But
that was a real face mask.
That was a face mask.
It was, no doubt.
Hey, but listen, Ole Miss, although they did get dominated in the mass majority of the game, I mean, what we have 42 minutes of time of possession,
plus 20 minutes.
Yeah,
TOP.
Bro, it was. I mean, it was just dumb. The first half, I think it was 22-8. The first half.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Trinidad figured it out in the fourth quarter, didn't he?
Well, I'll tell you what. He and Charlie Weiss figured out in the second half. They were throwing the ball, and they found spots in that zone to get the ball, and he's. Tell you what, man, he's legit.
Will he be the same without Charlie Weiss next year?
That was my next thing. I don't know what he's going to do without Charlie Weiss next year, and I don't know how that offense is going to roll. But boy, this year, just an unbelievably special year for him.
Yeah, they're at Kinko's copying that playbook. Someone's going to call those plays, that's for sure. All right, bro. Listen, safe travels. We will see you back. You still like Indiana tonight? I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, I like Indiana big.
Okay.
Big.
All right, that means you're laying 3.5. All right, bro. We will see you soon.
And send us your picks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do.
All right. Matty Hayes, USA Today Sports. Check out all of his coverage from the national semifinal last night. And then, of course, look ahead to the one tonight. He'll be back with us on XLP on Monday.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford. Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios. Brightened by Harbor Dental Care. Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
Yo, it's your main man E.T. here for Blue Chew. And guess what? Blue Chew tablet isn't just a tablet. It's a cheat code. Blue Chews provide access to chewable tablets that help you feel and perform at your best. Stronger, longer. It's like someone gave you downstairs a pep talk and a gym membership. No awkward doctor visits and no uncomfortable waiting rooms. It's nothing worse when them nosy behind neighbors are looking at your packages and then asking you questions. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. I got this. Blue Chew is simple. It's discreet and delivered straight to your door. And let's be honest, this isn't just for you. Give her group chat something to talk about. Nothing makes you more of a legend than a little Blue Chew. And guess what? I got a special deal for our listeners. Get your first month of Blue Chew on me. That's right. Just use promo code 1010XL and you pay $5 shipping. That's it. Head over to BlueChew.com for details and safety info. Use the code 1010XL, then just chew it and do it.
Start the fresh new you with Local Fair Jacks, the online farmers market delivering fresh local food to your door. Start for just $7 with code FRESH1010 at localfairjacks.com.
Pre-game Friday.
Built by Dream Finders Homes.
On 1010XL.
Hey, it's Brent with Arcosa Crushed Concrete. If you've got concrete or asphalt rubble on your site, let me buy it from you, and I will recycle it into construction material for your future projects. Arcosa Crushed Concrete. Get paid for what you don't need.
Need electric vehicle repair? Guardian Collision is expert certified for any electric vehicle. Trust the home team for auto body repair on your EV. Guardian Collision. They guard what moves you at GuardianCollision.com.
You waited forever for your new fence. Then, strangers show up. Subcontractors rushing the job. Sent by the company you trusted. Frustrating, right? Superior Fence and Rail promises better. Their professionally trained builders deliver quality you can trust. No subcontractors, no shortcuts. Just the superior craftsmanship your home deserves.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Best Bet is number one. That's right, Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine have one-card poker, the fastest and easiest card game to learn and play. Play one card at a time, and the highest card wins even money. If the card values are the same, it's time for war, just like the game you remember. You must be 18 years or older to play. Learn all the games at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
It's the Happy Renewal Year sale at Renewal by Anderson. Buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and patio doors. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. But this offer expires January 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, rolling lot bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Hey, David again here with Royal Pet Services. It's that time of year when rodents start making their way into our homes. Layson, tell them what they need to get in.
A quarter-size hole.
That's right. That's all they need. Hey, tell them where to go for a free attic and exterior inspection.
Visit RoyalPetServices.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
It's great, to play in front of our fans in our community. That's massive. I was watching the game last night at home, the TV copy, and you just saw so many good clips of our fan base in the stands, great signs, and cool support. So you appreciate that, but also from a schedule standpoint for us as a coaching staff and the players, being able to remain kind of in a good rhythm. We'll have the same schedule that we've had for a number of different weeks, and playing Sunday at 1 is a good thing for us.
We know what cool sounds like. XL Primetime. But what does it feel like? Find out at FloridaHomeAC.com. 1010XL.
Having a good time on a Florida Home AC Friday. Liam Cohen, that cut courtesy of Jaguars.com. Talking about the atmosphere, looking back at what they have done, knowing they're not done. And Liam he's been measured, but I tell you what, between Big Sirs and Coach Campo, both of you guys know what the essence of a locker room is and game preparation for the week. And week to week, he has turned this football team into one that's feared whenever they take the field. And I can't remember the last time we said that, Leon.
No, you're right. I mean, he's brought a new energy to the locker room. We heard Trevor a couple of days ago talk about this unit is really tight. We're like a family. That's what winning does for you. You're not, like I say, you're not in a hurry to leave, and you're there early to get that rep, watch that film, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And as you keep on winning, man, I mean, the confidence builds. I mentioned it earlier about the film. You see yourself doing great things. You expect to do great things all the time. That's the measurement. That's the accountability. So, I mean, this team is on a hot streak right now, and I'll put them up against anybody, and I figured they can win.
You know, it's a little bit, you think back about, what your coaches have meant to you, you know, and a lot of the athletes would say that one of the biggest influences on them were a coach, okay? But also what your dad teaches you. And I saw where Liam made the comment, they asked him about this in a press conference. I'm sure you all have heard it or saw it, but, I had to read it. I didn't see the press conference. And well, somebody asked him, he says, how does that feel every time they win a game when he comes in the locker room? And he said, well, I learned it from my dad. My dad was a coach, and he felt that the most important thing was how you feel when you win or how you feel when you lose. That really determines how dedicated and how tunnel visioned you are as an athlete about doing the best you can do, and that feeling, both of them should be strong. And I think he understands that. That's why he's a leader in my mind.
That's character, Coach. Yep. I mean, you can't be when things are going tough, you got to persevere. When things are going good, you appreciate it because you've gone through the tough.
Right.
But he's also been, I think, really, really good at saying, hey, are you okay with what you're putting out there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you always put a standard on yourself. And that's basically what we're saying. Are you proud of what you're doing? And I know that could be whatever, collegey or high schooly, but it's working, bro.
Bro, your play is your resume.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, yeah, it's true. And I know a lot of players, toughness is put on a mantle. And this is a tough team on both sides of the ball. They get after it pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And that's your measuring stick. And I tell people this all the time. I say, yeah, I only made one Pro Bowl. I had to fight like a dog in the street to get that one Pro Bowl. But the guys that I played against, that I've talked to, said, sirs, you were a tough out, bro.
Right.
I get more from that than the amount of Pro Bowls I went to because of my competition said that, hey, Big Sirs, you were a tough out. Trust me. So that's what I mean.
That's respect.
Yes.
That's what you're looking for more than anything else. This team, when you look at it, Coach, and you got notes, that's why we love seeing you back in the studio with us. But 2 or 3 things, because normally we'll do our Campo and Joe podcast after the show today, but 2 or 3 things that you're drilling down on right now that you think need to happen for this football team to be successful.
Well, you compare teams.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do. That's what fans do.
Right.
You're up in Buffalo. They're saying, "Oh, wait a minute. There's no Herbert in there. There's no Mahomes in there. There's no this guy and that guy. This is our chance."
Mm-hmm.
Well, but it's not just all about Josh Allen. It's about the team.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've got some facts here.
Okay.
When you look at it about the differences between these two teams, statistics are not my big thing.
Right.
But you do have to use something to compare them, right? So here's the differences between the two teams right here, okay? They win the third down battle. They've been 44% third down.
Mm-hmm.
That's huge.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have to, when you ask what do we have to do,
right?
We got to get him, once we get him in that situation, we've got to execute. And the reason that they've been able to get that is because they're the number 1 rush team in the National Football League.
Yeah.
Because now on first and second down, their third downs are 3rd and 5, 4, 3.
Right.
Some of ours are maybe a little bit more than that. And that's a win for them.
Yeah.
Okay. That's one thing. The second thing is when you look at the rushing situation, they're the number 1 rush team in the league.
Mm-hmm.
But that compares to us because we're the number 1 stopping the run in the league. So that is going to be a big factor. We have got to stop the run defensively. We've got to make, and this is hard to say, but we've got to make our boy Josh Allen throw the football.
Yeah.
And then part of the rushing thing is to make sure he doesn't get out of the pocket. You got to be able to use your spies. You got to be able to use some things. You got to stay a little bit away from man-to-man because if something opens up and you're doing a lot of man-to-man, he's going to run.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, he's the number 2 rusher on the team after Cook. Okay, that's the second thing. The third thing is, here's the difference between the two teams. They are a lean towards rush offense.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
They're going to run the football. Okay. So obviously we have to stay even.
Mm-hmm.
We are a lean to the pass team. And when you look at the numbers, it's plus 266 passes over the number of runs this year for us. For them, it's 547 runs and 83 passes.
Okay, so definitely.
So that's where they lean, right?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Their secondary is pretty good. When you look at their secondary, so we have to run the football to win this football game, period.
Yeah.
We've got to make it so that it's a play-action game for us to win this game, in my opinion.
And the only way you ever get play action to work, and we'll keep this conversation going, is by making sure that ETN, Bashal, LeQuint, whomever it is, that they are between the tackles, outside stressing defenses, and making them pay attention at the line of scrimmage. All right, we'll keep it going. You guys hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, 641-1010. Coach Campo, Big Search, Joe C., and JJ.
XL Prime Time, driven by Duval Ford. Find Florida Gators basketball on 1010XL.
Rocky Top rolls into the swamp for a Gator lunch date. Tennessee, Florida. Tomorrow at noon on 1010XL.
Hey, Jacksonville, DDH. Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your national builder of the year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% in homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dfhsalesevent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On January 9th, 1972, the longest winning streak in major professional sports is snapped when the Milwaukee Bucks beat the LA Lakers by a final score of 120 to 104.
Do you want to grow your career with a company that's committed to growing with you? Florida Home AC has aggressive plans to double their workforce, and they're looking for determined, resourceful people with initiative. Just log on to floridahomeac.com/careers to find out more.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Lowe, and this month I want to talk to you about welcoming the winds of change in your life. But so often, when we see the winds of change coming our way, our immediate response is to fight it. Friends, when you see things in your life changing, when the winds of change are coming your way, don't fight it, but embrace it. Recognize that God is stirring you up so that you too can soar like an eagle.
For more inspiration, log on to stjohnthedivine.com.
Need or want cash? Beaches Jewelry and Pawn has cash available. Ready to buy guitars, surfboards, jewelry, firearms, tools, and especially gold. They need it all, selling or pawning. Get cash on the spot at Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
When all you have is a hammer, everything is a nail. I'm Dr. George Bari, and like me, I know you have been bombarded with PRP and stem cell treatments from companies that promise the world and charge prices to match. Or the surgeon that convinced you the only way to treat your injuries through surgery. At Bari Orthopedics, we offer the best PRP treatment on the market with prices that won't cost you an arm and a leg. We also have the expertise to treat your injury surgically, if that is what it entails. We can discuss all surgical and non-surgical options with you and make sure you get the best treatment available. Come see me, Dr. George Bari at Bari Orthopedics.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, Director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick. We're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost are the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
Apply by May 14th.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Talking Buffalo, Jacksonville. It is all a Duval, fired up and ready to go up against the Buffalo Bills, whose playoff record, as we talked with Sal Capaccio yesterday, on the road. The last win for the Buffalo Bills on the road dates back to when Leon was a rookie up in Pittsburgh. Wow. The losing streak on the road started when Big Sirs in Pittsburgh punched their ticket to go to the Super Bowl in '95. Mm-hmm. And they've been losing on the road ever since, which includes a trip here to good old Jacksonville. And so we will see how it goes.
Keep the streak alive.
That's right.
Duval.
That's right.
We don't need to stop now.
Yeah. And so we were just talking about some of the things that you need to look at. And look, that trend is real, especially if it starts to get in their head a little bit. I've been making the point, Coach, that Sean McDermott, while a very good coach, okay, you can't dismiss anything that he's done. The pressure is way up for him. You can say, hey, it's Josh Allen's turn because all these other guys, like you just mentioned, Noel Boogie, no Mahomes, Burrow's team not delivering, on and on and on. This team will tighten up big time if they don't win. They will be on his case. Now, Josh Allen has not thrown a pick in 4 football games. Right. We don't even really need to count this last game, but 0 picks, 0 touchdowns against the Eagles. The same for the Browns. Did not throw for a score, did not throw a pick. Threw 3 touchdowns against the Patriots and the Bengals. But before that, from November 9th through the rest of the month, 4 football games. In November, he threw 1 pick, 2 picks, 2 picks, 1 pick. So if you can force him into that situation, that's what you're looking for.
We have to win the turnover battle. There's no question about it. And this I do know. In the 5 losses they've lost the turnover battle in every one of them. Mm-hmm. The wins, they've held their own, either won it or were even.
Right.
So, it's a big part of the ball game one of the things that separates our team from theirs is the turnovers. We've got 22 interceptions. Well, that means that we're putting pressure on the quarterback enough to make some bad plays, and we've got to make them when they're there. You look at the Miami game last night, that game would have been completely different if they'd have just caught the opportunities to intercept the football defensively. It wouldn't even have been close.
It would have 4 opportunities.
Yeah. So, we have to do that. We have to win the turnover battle. Other than that, we just have to play clean, just play clean football, run the football and stop the run and then go from there.
And the maturity that we've seen from Trevor this year, and I know you've watched it and witnessed it just like everybody else has, but to see him move in a direction where he feels empowered at the line of scrimmage with the play call, with what he can do, with what weapons that now he's been given that aren't dropping the football. This team still leads the league in drops.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. They still do. Yeah. But at the same time, they've made more plays to make up for it.
The biggest thing with Trevor, in my opinion, is that he understands this offense. Mm-hmm. He's gotten to the point now where he's really running the offense. And I don't think he's ever been in that spot before. And I think he's confident that he knows it. He's doing things like he's got an opportunity to change a play. Not only can he change the play, but he can change it from one side to the other after making the first one. He can look and say, okay, we're going to do this. And they adjust. And then before the ball snapped, he can switch it to the other side and run the same play again. I mean, the guy is really in control of what he's doing right now, and he understands that he can't just be a riverboat gambler.
Yeah, and Coach, you could tell him, you could speak on this. I mean, as far as being a player, his believability in the huddle now that we've seen him take game-winning drive that, because the same with Brew. I told you, I always tell you this example of Mark Brunell. In 1996, where we're playing the Denver Broncos and we know we got to go score a touchdown or John Elway is going to bite us in the rear end when it's all said and done. 3 minutes left to go in the game, crowd screaming, yelling, 8,000 people. Mark comes in and says, all right, fellas, aren't you having fun yet? Let's go down here and score a touchdown. The believability, the confidence that you know that you got a guy that can get it done. And I think that right now with this team, they've seen – now, legends are made in the playoffs now, but they've seen enough from Trevor down the stretch to say, hey, listen, if we're ever in an awkward situation where we need to go down and score a touchdown, I think those guys in that huddle believe that Trevor can get it done.
Yeah, and that's pushed by how they've done. In other words, they're 6-1 after being behind in the first quarter. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, a lot of that's the quarterback. I mean, he's got to execute. And the one thing about Trevor, what he's doing right now is that when he has to make a big play, he's making it. And that wasn't the case before. They're now have the ability to win the game because of him rather than, in spite of him.
Yeah.
And that's where we're at with him.
Well, here's another one. And the 100 passer rating, and you can look at metrics all day long. Bottom line is his completion percentage is coming up. His touchdown productivity is going way up, be it through the air or running.
Right.
He still has more rushing touchdowns right now than Bijan Robinson does, which is just crazy to think of it. But that's what he's got. And the passer rating just tells a lot of the story, not the whole story, but he's at the top of the charts since week 13. Okay, he's doing more work and better work than a Jared Goff, a Matthew Stafford, a Joey Burrow, a Drake May, any of those other guys. So that right there is coming together the way you visualize it, the way I call it Project 16 with Liam. That's what Liam visualized. Hey, I'm going to arm you with intel. I'm going to give you a good, decent 5 guys up front, sometimes 6 guys up front, and guys that can go catch the football.
You know, I've got a good friend that's close with Trevor. Okay, and you know, I've been a critic.
Yeah.
You know, I've been a critic at some of at the way it was going there.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of factors involved in it, right? Well, I've got a friend that's good friends with him, and I gave him a message the other day. I said, I don't have Trevor's number, by the way, but he does. And so I said, please tell Trevor that I said that if he plays like he has in the last half of this season, if I had him in Dallas, I'd still be the head coach there.
And you're not wrong.
And he did. And he sent back a heart to him.
You're not wrong, because everybody needs a good quarterback to keep it going. That's for sure. We'll keep it going into the 1 o'clock hour. It's XL Primetime. Thanks for hanging out with us. Coach Campo in the house. He's come back to Duval from Dallas. Why? Because it's playoff football, and he's going to be at the bank just like all of y'all.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford Mobile Service. Game-ready service right to your driveway. Offense puts people in seats. Points put teams in the playoffs. Who will be this week's Offensive Player of the Game on 1010XL? Nailed down by Universal Roofing Contracting.
There's lots of reasons to use Kuhn Flowers when you need to send floral arrangements. This is RJ with 1010XL. No matter what the reason or the occasion, Kuhn Flowers delivers with only the best. Log on to kuhnflowers.com and make someone's day.
When the unexpected happens, you shouldn't have to face it alone. I'm Chris Campione, and at Campione Law, we're here to fight for you. Whether it's an auto accident or a slip and fall, our Jacksonville team takes care of every detail, from investigating the incident to securing multi-million-dollar verdicts, so you can focus on getting better. And remember, you don't pay a dime unless we win your case. Our commitment is 24/7, bringing you the real support from real people who really care. Campione Law, your dedicated partners in justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione, Campione Law. Big personalities, bold opinions, lunch just got louder. Josie, Matt, and Leon are XL Primetime from the big #1 Duval Ford Studios.
Any questions? Yeah, when's lunch?
Noon to 2 on 1010XL.
It's a new year, and Aleve is here to help you keep your New Year's resolutions on track. Whether it's a daily walk, hitting the gym, or spending more time with friends and family, Aleve's got your back. With up to 12 hours of body pain relief per dose, Aleve keeps you moving with long-lasting body pain relief so you can chase those dreams and achieve your goals. Don't let body pain slow you down. Keep going with Aleve, because this year is your year. Try Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Finding the right plumber to reline your cast iron pipes doesn't have to be a stressful experience. When you hire Superior Plumbing and Pipelining, you can rest assured you're getting the best in the industry. At Superior Plumbing and Pipelining, we're so confident in our work that we encourage you to get multiple estimates. Look at each company's reviews and check the scope of their pipelining work to make sure it's what you're expecting. But at the end of the day, make the superior choice. Superior Plumbing and Pipelining. Request a free estimate at superiorplumbingjacks.com.
The Jacksonville Icemen are back home this Friday, January 9th, as they battle the Orlando Solar Bears. Friday is Cowabunga Night, a theme night that pays tribute to Jacksonville's cattle days when the city was called Cowford. So celebrate the region's cowboy roots and beachside vibes. Game time 7 o'clock at ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Tickets at Ticketmaster, JacksonvilleIcemen.com, or call 904-602-PAR. Icemen Hockey is #FireWithin.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. We're your local family jeweler for 46 years in Jacksonville with a huge selection of diamonds, gemstones, and pre-owned Rolex watches. And Monahan Jewelers is your store for expert jewelry repair turned around in 1 or 2 days. Most jewelry stores take 2 weeks or more, and many stores send your jewelry somewhere else for repair. At Monahan Jewelers, our jewelry repair is done in-house by expert craftsmen, and Monahans can turn around most repairs in a day or two. So bring your jewelry repair to Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Before termites attack your home or business and cause costly damage, Terminix it. At Terminix, we know how to stop termites. These destructive pests have been around for millions of years, but before they show up, so do we. And their time is up. Don't live with a termite problem? Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. TERMINIX.com. Terminix it.
Staying active no matter your age is key to living life at its fullest. Rebound Rehabilitation wants you to know they can get you back up to speed and back in the game pain-free. Rebound Rehabilitation with a dozen locations across the First Coast with top-of-the-line therapists ready to assist you. Neck and back pain, hip, knee, or foot pain, they can help. Excellent patient care combined with the highest quality and rehabilitation services. Look for a Rebound Rehab location near you and get back in the game. ReboundRehab.com.
This football season, make Hurricane Grill and Wings your game day getaway. Sip on handcrafted cocktails like the Millionaire Margarita or enjoy an ice-cold Bud Light. Game day drink specials are here all season. Find a location near you at hurricanewings.com.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. The JTA Game Day Express is back. Save gas and avoid parking hassles as the Jags take on the Bills this Sunday. You can let them do the driving with 5 convenient locations and passes starting at just $10 on the MyJTA app. To learn more, visit jtafla.com. Right now, 78 degrees at 101. Time and Temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
1 o'clock hour on a beautiful Friday, a couple days before the Jaguars kick it off against the Buffalo Bills. Thanks for hanging out with us, XL Primetime. Big Leon Searcy, he was a Pro Bowler here. The Hurricane Hall of Famer still celebrating from last night. Coach Campo flying in yesterday to be part of the celebration at the bank tomorrow. Joe C., JJ, we are hanging out, and the boys are still celebrating that win from the Canes last night, which we will get back to coming up in just a bit. I'm looking at some of these numbers. It's crazy good what Jacksonville has done, and you obviously want to keep it going. Numbers that you have not seen before, at least I don't think you have. The Jaguars have scored 300, these are all saucies, 376 points. That's 31.3 per game against AFC opponents. That leads
Saucy Nugs.
That leads the National Football League. Jacksonville, a 150-point margin against AFC opponents this season. That leads the league.
Saucy Nugs.
24 takeaways in conference play this year. That leads the league.
Saucy Nugs.
And 13 wins this season. That equals the amount of Jacksonville's total wins from only 2 prior seasons. And we know that Coach was part of one of them and Big Surf was part of one of them. Mm-hmm. And this is all good stuff. And you hope it adds up to a dub.
Bro, that's championship football.
It is.
Absolutely championship football. You know, but got to carry that over into the postseason. Mm-hmm. You know, the regular season is one thing. The postseason is a whole other animal. Right. I'm confident this team could do that.
Yeah. I'm
confident they could do that. I'm just saying it's going to ramp up a little bit. I just want to make sure this team is ready for that.
Okay, stay with that. Let's get in the locker room right now and just kind of stay with that mindset just because of how big it does get.
Now, the Lemon Pepper Locker Room with Leon Searcy. Served up by Wingstop.
All right. Wingstop Saturday and Sunday. Always got special deals. Okay? You can get $20 off by using the promo code JAX20, and you get $20 off a 100-piece wing pack, whether it's online or you can use the Wingstop app.
Go get it, man.
Go get it, man. Come on now. That's at least a party of 5.
Yeah.
20 piece. I'm 100 piece. So I understood. I think the best thing that happened to me when I came pro is that I played a lot of meaningful games at Miami. Mm-hmm. A lot of meaningful games at Miami. A lot of high intense games where everything was on the line. So I understood that, you know, once the regular season was over, you had to turn it up another notch when it came to the postseason, because everything went up: the execution, the preparation, the intensity in practice, the conditioning, the mindset, the visualization, all that stuff factors in when it comes playoff time. And I don't know how to explain it, but it's just faster. It really is. It's just faster. And if you're not acclimated to its speed, you get run over. And that's just the fact.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the more you play football and you're prepared for it, it actually slows down for me as a lineman. I mean, because I was fortunate enough to play 11 years in the league, but 8 straight years, I played in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So I was groomed. I was groomed, so I knew how to prepare. I knew how to get that extra rep and the preparation, all that kind of stuff. So I'm not gonna say it was easier, but I felt more equipped to handle the playoffs because I had been in there so many year after year after year. I become a seasoned vet of it.
So that's Leon's locker room coach. How does it change from a head coach's point of view or an assistant coach's point of view?
Well, it's the same from the standpoint, I think, that you realize as a coach that it's one and done,
Mm-hmm.
and the only reason anybody plays professional football, in my opinion, obviously money's important, because that's your job. That you whatever it is, that's your job.
Mm-hmm.
But the real reason you play, I would say 90% of the guys in the NFL would trade a few dollars for a Super Bowl ring. Well, you can't get to the Super Bowl until you get to this point right here.
Yeah.
When you're playing this game. So you still have to take it one at a time. That's it. You don't worry about the Super Bowl, but you know that this has to happen right now for you to get there. And so that intensity is cranked up. Guys know they're going to be, it's either we do it or we don't. It's just, that's the way it is.
Think about the knock on Peyton Manning early in his career, that in the regular season, he would light it up.
Yep.
He would light it up in the regular season, put up all these phenomenal numbers, yardage, touchdowns, or whatever, and then get in the postseason, and Patriots would annihilate him. Until he was able to overcome that,
right?
He was just a regular season gem. But he was a lump of coal in the playoffs.
Dak Prescott's the same way with Dallas.
Very true.
That's the knock he's getting.
Ask Ty Law about Peyton Manning in the postseason.
Exactly.
Picked him off 3 times. And look, if you go to Mark Brunell and the great run that you guys had, it unfortunately ended with an interception in the end zone. Those are the ones that haunt you, like you have said, because those are the ones you think about more than the L's pop in your mind more than dubs, unfortunately, right?
Yeah, they do, unfortunately.
Don't kid me.
You can't get away from them. But the first playoff game in franchise history for the Jacksonville Jaguars was you guys against the Buffalo Bills. And that's a special, special moment. And you will relive it with one more play before the day is done. Because if once you get it going, once you get a little taste of that, which is what this group is going to get, guys that were here in 22 obviously still know about it, the Trevor Lawrences of the world. But now the sum total of all these guys who have been meaningful this year have a chance to make their own statement.
Yeah, the reason why I think we beat Buffalo in '96 on the road like that, first of all, I think they took us lightly. Second of all, they didn't understand that although we were a young franchise, we had some wily vets on the side of the ball who had playoff experience, like myself, had just played in the Super Bowl.
Right.
So, and we were tough. We were mentally and physically tough because Tom made it that way. We had to win 5 games in order to get to the playoffs. And we just looked at Buffalo as our 6.
Yeah.
Look, Leon's putting them in. It said he was going to maybe put them into pads yesterday. I don't know if he did it or not. But there's veterans on this football team, too, that make a difference. There's some guys here that have been there, know how to do it. We kicked Armstead's tail for a year. Now he's a catalyst. He's playing pretty good football, and so those are the guys, the veterans you're talking about have to be there as well, because I don't think the rookies necessarily know until they get there, how it changes.
Right. And there are a handful of guys like Eric Murray, as an example, that has played in the postseason. You just mentioned Armstead, 100%. We know that he was a big part of what the 49ers were doing. There's a handful of other guys that have been in it as well. And so it definitely, they will draw off of that if they can. That's for sure. All right, we got our picks coming up. We need to relive that great moment in playoff history against the Buffalo Bills coming up in just a bit. Our XLP Big Three before we're done, as far as the three things that we think need to happen for this football team to be successful on Sunday. You guys can chime in on that front, 641-1010. Hit us with some of that. We got to get back to last night, the national semifinal with the Canes holding off hotty toddy Trinidad Chambliss at the end with a chance. 18 ticks. I did not imagine with 18 seconds. He had already done it once before down the field against the Dogs.
Bro, did you see Mario's face when the coach tried to hug him after they
he
scored
knew it
that
wasn't
touchdown?
over.
And he turned on like, what the hell are you doing?
Stab him.
It was like that.
It's like it's not over, bro.
Remember that Larry Bird stare way back when, that infamous one that no, it ain't over.
It ain't over.
It ain't over. And you get taught that lesson too many times. But with 18 ticks, first play from the 25 almost to the 50, so a 23-yard gain, then a nearly 20-yard gain. It was
Hang the banner, Ole Miss.
Yeah. It was
almost had a good drive at the end.
I love the cocky cane.
I love it, JJ. Keep it coming. Don't let this Florida guy keep talking about
exactly.
it.
He's been like
it never was.
Joe's
or
been
whatever
taking
will
little
be.
shots all day. We get it.
I have not. All I pointed out is that you guys got even with your PI call. That's the only thing I've said. It was a great game. You guys had 10 penalties. Were able to overcome that. Carson throws the pick. You were able to overcome that. Carson played that last drive. Anyway, we'll get into it coming up in just a second. We'll do our picks and all that right here on XLP, a Florida Home AC Friday.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford. Setting the field on fire with electrifying plays.
What a play! What a play!
But in the end, there's always a play that stood out.
Did you have to go Sports Center on me, though?
Listen for the performance-painting, high-performance play of the game on 1010XL.
Welcome to Key Buick GMC, proudly family-owned and operated since 1943. Come see why they're North Florida's new and pre-owned truck center, conveniently located on Southside and JTB, just minutes from the St. John's Town Center. At Key Buick GMC, every new vehicle comes with our lifetime powertrain warranty. Key Buick GMC, we are professional grade. Online at keybuickgmc.com. Lifetime powertrain warranty covers engine, transmission, drivetrain only. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein & Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein & Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein and Robbins, fighting for your rights since 1975.
Tom McManus buckles his chin strap as he joins Lauren Brooks and Taylor Dahl.
I just love man in uniform.
Helmets and heels. Afternoons 2 to 4. Served by Queen Law Group on 1010XL.
Are you ready to reclaim your backyard? Serving Northeast Florida since 1977, Surfside Pools is the trusted name for expert pool design. Family owned and operated, they offer pool service, equipment repairs, commercial maintenance, remodels, and new pool construction. Let Surfside Pools transform your backyard into the oasis that you crave. Are you ready to float happy? Visit surfsidepools.net or call 246-2666. Surfside Pools and Spas, where luxury meets leisure.
License number CPC 044080.
The best wings in town are coming to River City Marketplace. Leon Cersei here. Wingstop is opening another North Jacksonville location soon at the end of December. You always get fresh, made-to-order wings in 11 flavors, including original, hot, garlic parm, and of course, lemon pepper. Wingstop now has 18 locations in Jacksonville, always open until 1 a.m. So skip the wait and order your wings online at wingstop.com and swing by to pick up at the brand new Wingstop location in River City Marketplace.
Lauren
Hey,
Brooks here, and if
Jacksonville
you're getting a
DH,
tax
Dream
refund this
Finders
year,
Danny
here's a
Hicken here
great
with
way
the
to use
scoop
it.
from Dream
Invest
Finders Homes,
in
your
new
national
tires from
builder
big
of the
to
year.
tire.
We've got
I've
first-year
trusted
interest rates as
Department
low
Lee
as
for years because they always take care of my car
homes
like
in
it's their own. New tires make your ride safer and more reliable, and that's worth every penny.
It's January.
Schedule the best
It's
service in
January.
town
It's
at
hot water.
WeKeepJacksRolling.com
And you get let
or
down.
call
That's
90.
usually a sign your tankless water heater is loaded with mineral buildup, slowing it down and wearing it out before it's time. So Duck Rooter is kicking the new year off strong with a Start Fresh Tankless Flush. Their experienced technicians flush and clean your tankless system, restoring performance and getting you back in the game. Right now, get your tankless water heater flushed and cleaned for just $99. 904-862-6769 or duckduckrecruiter.com.
Former Russian political prisoner,
you're getting a
Pulitzer
tax
Prize-winning
refund this year,
journalist
here's a
Vladimir
great way to use
Kara-Murza
it.
takes the
Invest
stage
in
at the
new
Center for
tires
Performing
from Big
Arts.
Chief Tires.
Former Russian political prisoner and Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist Vladimir Kara-Murza takes the stage at the Center for Performing Arts. Hear his powerful story of courage, imprisonment, and freedom February 3rd. Get your tickets now at thefloridaforum.com.
Next time you head into a Gate
If
convenience
you're
store,
getting a
look for
tax
Forum
refund this
Energy
year,
Drink.
here's a
Designed to
great way to
provide
use
energy,
it.
hydration, and focus. Straight from Dana White and AB. Celebrating those who embrace grit, discipline, and resilience in their everyday lives. Check out Forum Energy at a Gate convenience store.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. How about a 6-pack of picks on XL Primetime? It's time to protect the crown. Capped by Corona, La Playa awaits.
Yeah. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. Coach is starting to freak out just a little bit, but as we've come to know him, he is the crown. As a matter of fact, Bush Drive Rich, one of our diehards, even texted in a little bit earlier, happy that you're back. He says, the crown is back in town. Tell the coach, welcome home.
Hey, the only reason I came back is not the Jaguars. I wanted to look Leon eye to eye.
That's right, coach. All right, so JJ's going to update the stats. We extended the picks as far as the Corona tailgate package is concerned into January. So your chances to win that Corona tailgate along with the Sunnies gift card is right there waiting for you. Once we go through our picks, we'll find out if you're a player. If you beat the Corona Cat, you get double the entry. If you run the table, you get triple the entry. So, JJ, we've already made one selection yesterday. Let's do the rest.
Sorry, I'm trying to talk to Richie at the same time. Sorry. Campo is 59-48. Leon is 58-49. Corona is 55-52. Joe and me tied 52-55, and Matt 49-58.
Okay.
All right. So we picked Miami yesterday.
Yeah.
Everyone, I believe, I'm not sure who Corona picked.
He picked Miami, laying 3.5.
Okay, I thought so. All right. So today, one college game. IU, Oregon, Indiana, 3.5-point favorites in Atlanta. Campo, who you got?
Well, I'm going to jump on an underdog. I'm taking Oregon. The heck with it.
Wow.
I'm going to see Oregon win that thing.
Wow. I'm taking Indiana. That's the matchup I want to see. Miami, Indiana.
All right. JJ?
I'm taking Oregon. I don't know if they'll win, but I like the little extra point, half point right there.
Yeah, and that half point has been helping a lot of people. Like last night, Miami was able to cover.
They covered by a half a point?
Yeah, as a 3.5-point favorite. But here's the other thing. I applied this theory to Ole Miss last night. I'm going to apply it again, and I may be dead wrong. But both coaches on either side of the ball have new gigs. And when that transfer portal opens and the Will Steins and the Tosh LaFoys of the world are thinking about more than one thing, it gets really hard. So I'm just going to go ahead and lay the points.
Yeah, how are you supposed to be like talking to transfer portal guys for your new school while you're trying to coach for a semifinal?
Yeah, it's such a screwy calendar, man.
All right, so let's see. Matt is taking Indiana. We already heard him say that earlier on the radio, so let's get to the NFL playoffs. All right, first up, Green Bay at the Bears. This is the third time they're playing this year, but only the third time in the history of the series that they will play in the playoffs.
I did not know that. This is the oldest rivalry in the
which just shows how crap the Bears have been historically, because that is insane.
It is.
But I like the Bears in this one. They are 1-point underdogs though at home. Campo, who you like?
Bears.
Whoa!
I got them too. The
Fast
Bears.
and to the point.
He jumps right on it. All right, JJ.
I'm taking the Bears too.
Okay, all right, then I'm just going to go the other way. And this one is where I have paid in the past for trying to go Oppo Joe, but I'm just trying to see if I can't cut in the lead. But right now, JJ and I are tied, so it's a feverish race to remain third.
Almost dead last.
Yeah, to remain third.
I've had back-to-back 1 in 5 weeks, by the way. Yes.
That's the only reason why you come back into my world. But I'm probably a fool for doing it. But Go Pack, and the Corona Cat is also taking the pack.
Okay. I mean, they are favored.
Yeah.
All right, next up, Chargers at Pats. We just talked a little bit about this game. The Pats at home, 3.5-point favorites. Coach.
You know what? This is a tough one, but I honestly think that the Chargers may be the best 7th pick in a playoffs that I've heard.
7th seed, yeah.
Yeah, with Herbert at quarterback and now back healthy, I'm going with the Chargers.
I was almost going to go there, Coach. I got to catch you. I'm going with the Patriots. I got the Patriots in this one.
They're good at home.
They
There's
are.
no getting away from that. And people keep ignoring the fact that even though they haven't been here, they have played the easiest schedule. They're still pretty good. But I got to take those points. I got to take those points.
So you're also taking the Chargers.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, next up, I'm taking the Pats. Matt is taking the Chargers as well.
And Corona Cat on the Chargers.
Okay, next up, Niners at Eagles. This line is huge. The Eagles at home are 5.5-point favorites. Coach.
He's making me take a lot of underdogs here.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going with the Eagles. I'm gonna go with it. I hate it, but I'm going with the Eagles.
Your NFC East blood
rivals
is not happy.
Yeah.
No, it's not. I'm taking the Eagles too.
I kind of feel like there's a reason why JJ just said it. That number's big. 5.5 has become a popular one, and really, it's just the injuries for the Niners that are
Their
propping
defense.
this number up. Eagles.
I like the Niners.
Okay.
I don't think they'll win, but 5.5 to me is a lot.
Appetizing. The Eagles for the Corona Cat.
All right. And last but not least, we don't do the Jags games. We would all pick the Jags. Texans at Pittsburgh. Texans on the road, 3-point favorites. Coach.
I got to go with the Texans. I hate to do it again, but I have to go with the Texans on that one.
I'm going with the Steelers.
Woo!
A.A. Ron. Last run.
Imagine if he does it against this defense.
Yeah, he'll be doing work.
Yeah, he will.
The believability after beating Baltimore does ramp up considerably.
This was like Baltimore's ugly sister, though.
They can't.
That
win
wasn't
up
the
there.
Baltimore we know, though. Like this year's Baltimore is not the same Baltimore.
But it's also a team that every time they do go up there, they have a hell of a tough time winning.
Yes.
So I get you. That rivalry kind of gets in their head or whatever. But I think I'm going to take those points too. Or excuse me. I'll take the points and take the home dogs.
All right, I'm taking the Texans. I feel pretty confident about it.
The Cat is taking the Steelers.
All right, and that's it. Oh, excuse me, Matt is taking the as if Matt's picks even matter. Dead last. But yes, Matt is taking the Texans.
And real quick, mark down the Corona Cat for the Indiana Hoosiers as well. All right, so we made our picks.
Who are you taking tonight, Joe? Indiana or Oregon?
Yeah, I'm taking Indiana.
Okay.
And
wow, it's just me and you, Campo.
Yep.
With the Ducks.
That's it.
And look, I've been manning the landing ship for a long time, and I like what I see from them. Let's just spend a minute on them, and then we got to get to the Canes and what happened last night. But again, Will Stein and Tosh Lapoy are taking jobs, and that has to get in the way, does it not, Coach?
Yeah, I mean, that's a factor. But look what Mississippi State, University of Mississippi did.
Right.
You know, those coaches were going back and forth from LSU doing
That is true.
You know, not the head coach, but the guys that are really doing the work in the building, you know, were going back and forth. And then at night they were doing a portal.
So
it's crazy.
I mean, Coach, the impression is that they're doing the team a disservice because that could have been time spent on preparation or breaking down film and all that kind of stuff. Does it not?
Yeah, but here's how I look at it. There are guys that win that go home at night at 10 at night, coaches.
Yeah.
There are coaches that win that go home at 3 o'clock in the morning. But there's also coaches that lose that go at 10 and lose at 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay? It really comes down to once you get, and I've been with both.
Yeah. Are you
Okay.
good at what you do, right?
Yeah, if you can get things done by 10 o'clock, great. And then you do what you have to do from 10 to 1. And that's really what those Mississippi guys were doing, I guarantee.
Yeah, I suppose so. But it just seems like the calendar is so screwed right now, more than ever.
Right.
because-
It's not the ideal situation,
Like,
believe me.
at the very least, before you were getting ready for National Signing Day, which was the
Right.
first Wednesday in February, that ship has sailed.
Right.
And now it's the portal that everyone's worried about. But anyway, we'll see where it goes. But there's a key piece missing for Oregon, but their defense is still pretty good. They were able to corral Mendoza at least to not have the deep ball against them earlier, but he did whatever he needed to do against them. And that pass rush against Dante Moore still going to be the key.
No, I wanted to speak on Nick Saban said something as far as all the scrambling that's going on with the portal and all. He said that you should specify a certain month to where all, like in May, he would say in May, where all the stuff because it shouldn't interfere with what's going on with the tournament. You know, with the NIL and the portal and all.
You're not talking about the code, you're talking about the
portal
the
stuff.
way
The
to
portal,
do
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
way to do
Heck
Like
yes.
1 month to get it all done.
Yeah, heck
you
yes.
get in and you pick a school and it's over.
And then if you did do it in May versus January, those are when semesters are either ending or beginning.
Yeah.
Right.
And so
It'll be
when
right
that
after
one's
spring,
ending,
spring ball too. Be right after spring ball.
Exactly.
And you have that month to do all the scrambling about.
and then you have the summer, you can get into someone's program, get academically qualified, which they actually still have to do.
Yeah.
They still go to class.
I think there's a good
Well,
story.
wait a minute.
There's a,
When you're talking about Alabama, I'm not sure.
but there's a good story about Trinidad Chambliss, who actually did have to qualify, and some classes weren't transferring from good old Ferris State to Ole Miss, and he finally was academically eligible and was able to get in. And so it does happen where you are trying to, and he had to work out, I think, at a local gym. Until he could get on campus and be academically cleared.
Wow. Could you imagine that if they had won and they found out he was ineligible? That would have been heartbreak.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm sure the myriad of emotions last night, Big, they were aplenty, up, down, all the stuff. But the fact that you guys kept holding the ball and made enough plays, at the very least, to control the tempo of the game, what were you thinking?
Well, believe it or not, you know, when I watch the Miami games, I like to see them go through a little adversity to see how they respond.
Struggle.
Yeah, a little bit. And see how they respond to it. And Miami, I mean, they answered it time after time after time. I mean, there was a little panic in me because the way they were beating them up front, they weren't up by double digits. I was like, man, y'all keep these cats in the game. They're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, in the fourth quarter, that's when Trinidad started coming to bother. So
Defense got tired.
The defense
hurt.
got tired. We dropped
Guy
about
got
4
thrown out of the game.
interceptions in the game. If we had just gotten one of those interceptions, and then the offensive coordinator, we talked about this earlier, got cute. You know, he wanted to run the Wildcat when we inside the red zone. He wanted to flea flicker when we're pounding them to death. And I said, are you serious right now?
Yeah, because Fletcher went for what, $133 in this game?
Yes, man.
And it was a churn and burn.
It was.
As far as the clock was concerned and everything.
On third down, they got like every single third down, every fourth down. It was just like,
bro,
insanely good on offense.
They were 11 of 15 on third down. And Ole Miss was 2 of 10.
Well, they were the opposite. In the first half, they had no yards.
Exactly. We got 125. Listen, we got 125 yards off of third downs, 11 and 15.
Wow.
They were 2 of 10 and got 0.
0 yards.
Beck, by the way, 7 of 9 on third down. So much like the Ohio State game on third down, he was electric. Another guy we haven't talked about at all, Keelan Marion.
Yeah, that was your dude, and he did come up big.
Yes. He's the speedster guy out of the wide receiver core, and he was just getting open. He was the one who got open for that touchdown to make it 17-10. Like, key third downs. Just that guy, amazing pickup.
Well, didn't he have 17 catches? Who had somebody had 17 catches.
No. Did he?
Not total.
I don't know about that.
I thought they said 17. Maybe I might have been half asleep at that point.
But if you go back and look at just the way the game flow, Mario, we all know, wants to slow it down a little bit.
7 catches.
Yeah.
Oh, 7 catches.
114 yards in a touchdown.
That's pretty good, though. Yards per catch right there on that bad boy. That's pretty good. But the game flow, they want to slow it down. They're not going to take unnecessary chances, although the flea flicker was an unnecessary chance. But at the same time.
And it introduced us to a rule that no one had ever heard of. But apparently, if you hand the ball off but get it tossed back to you, you can't have an intentional ground, or you can't throw the ball out of bounds away.
Yeah, because I thought it didn't advance past the line of scrimmage.
No,
but
that wasn't it.
Yeah, that did happen. So
the guy had to explain it to everyone because no one heard it.
Yeah. So in the end, Mario has put together a defense, an offense, the dudes that block, the dudes that create pass pressure, really a complete football team. I don't know what they do next go, but it is a complete football team, Leon.
It is. I mean, you got to think, look at Mario's influences. I mean, with Jimmy, okay, and with Nick Saban.
Yeah.
I mean, Jimmy was, he wanted his defense to be fast. He wanted the team speed up front. And I think someone told me that the first thing the new defensive coordinator did, no, Coach Ogeron said it. He said that he went to practice, said the first thing the defensive coordinator did is they made him run pursuit drills. That's old school there, Coach.
Right, exactly. That's what we did.
And he wanted everybody to swarm after the ball, pursuit drills. And I just thought that was very interesting that Coach Ogeron said that. He was at practice. But Mario told me something during the summer, he said, sirs, he said, they practice like we used to practice, good on good. Right. High intense practice. I said, bro, if they go at it like we go at it, man, you got you something there because you got all Americans. He told me that in one-on-ones, well, I'm getting it right. Maui
Noah.
I don't even know the guy.
Just ignore the G.
Yeah,
there's
the
like
G,
a couple.
those,
There's
man.
a couple
Why is it
weird
there?
letters in there.
Yeah, it's just
I don't know.
I'm just gonna call him Francis. How about that?
Yeah.
Francis and Ruben Brown go at one-on-ones. You talk about 2 potential first-round picks who are gonna be all Americans who try to bludgeon each other in practice. That's what you need. Good on good. You can only get better.
Yeah, and that dude has embraced that opportunity down there like you really want a player to embrace the opportunity.
The only thing that concerns me about Miami is the penalties. Because if they put that number of penalties in the national championship game, they got a pretty good chance of losing.
Especially because Indiana does not do anything wrong.
No.
They do everything right.
And really, Mississippi, it was not as good a football team as Miami.
Right.
Period. That kept them in the game. Not even the missed interceptions and stuff. The penalties kept them in the
O-line
football
penalties
game.
are so, like, Inez Cooper had 2 false starts in just the worst positions possible. They're tackling guys late. They're taking cheap shots on Chambliss, which was crazy because
that's kind of the Miami way.
It was.
I don't have a problem
with I don't have a problem with if you're going to hit the quarterback, hit him hard late. But the out of bounds late
the guy's
stuff,
laying
just
on the
pushing them is
ground and you
stupid.
jump on him.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah. All right, so we'll keep talking about that when we got to get back to the Jags. Got to make some predictions. This XLP Big 3 is what we'll do, what it's going to take to win. We'll do that coming up on a Florida Home AC Friday.
XL Primetime. Driven by Duval Ford. With a division title and a postseason game at the bank.
So many people contributed to this. So many.
It's playoff football in Duval.
This is a special group.
Jaguars, Bills.
This work's just getting started now, man.
Sunday at 1 on Duval's home of the Jaguars. 1010 XL.
There's a 3, 1, 2, 3.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This is Sheridan Tootin, Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, and Dr. Kevin Murphy put my right shoulder back together a few years ago, and I'm still feeling great. Now I'm using PRP treatment for my knee pain. No matter what you're dealing with, if you're enduring any orthopedic issue, my only recommendation is Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
Call us at Southeast Orthopedic Specialist if you ever have a need.
Leave pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
At Hollis Pools, building a pool is personal. We sit down with you, listen to your vision, and bring your backyard dreams to life right here in Northeast Florida. Working with us doesn't feel like working with a contractor. It feels like working with family. Every Hollis Pools project supports Project Savior Outdoors, helping bring hope to our veterans. Visit hollispools.com. Hollis Pools, your vision, your pool, your escape. License number CPC 1461233.
Jeff Lagerman for Napa Auto Care Centers. This football season, make sure your ride can get to that tailgate or travel to the away game safely and dependably. You can trust the ASE certified professionals at any one of the 29 independently owned Napa Auto Care Centers and the quality Napa parts they use. Napa Auto Care Centers can handle everything: oil changes, air conditioning, brakes, engines, transmissions. Napa Auto Care Centers offers a nationwide 24-month, 24,000-mile peace of mind warranty on most repairs. Find one near you at jacksnapaautocare.group.com.
Truth Teller here, and I've solved all of your holiday problems and stress. A gift card from the Blue Crab Crab House. Get this, you buy a $50 gift card, and you get an additional $15 card for free. It's that simple, and as always at the Blue Crab Crab House, the best crabs in Jacksonville, oysters, and seafood, period. Blue Crab Crab House, open every day except for Monday, off of San Jose on Jewington Creek Road.
Running a small business is tough, so the Florida Small Business Development Center at UNF provides a free business checkup, a personalized analysis that helps you boost profits, your online presence, and increase your company's value. No cost, no strings attached. It's guidance from experts who understand what it takes to succeed in business. Whether you're just starting out or ready to expand, it's time to act. Complete a request for consulting at unf.edu/SBDC.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Now, the Monahan's golden moment. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, your local family jewelers.
All right, my golden moment is, you know what? I didn't bother texting Mario this morning after the game because I've done the last couple of weeks, and he said the same thing the last couple of weeks. We ain't done nothing yet. So I already knew what he was going to say to me when I congratulated him this morning.
Well, you don't want to break the cycle of good vibes, though. You should probably send that text.
So you're just
everything is important to keep the same. We have to keep doing the same thing.
Really?
Yes.
So I mean,
I can't believe you right
now. The game is until the 19th.
I don't care.
But you text him 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
After the last game.
Yeah.
Last two games, and we won after each.
You're right.
text.
You're right. But listen, I say this because I know Mario understands that. The winning the championship is ultimately what it's all
we're
about.
talking about.
Yeah, I mean, this game was as big as it was and exciting as it was. You got to win the championship.
Yeah, you're just a good team until you win it.
Exactly.
Then you're a great team.
Yeah, so
that's
I mean,
how it is.
And there's a reason why Mario went almost psycho on the sideline when the coach tried to hug him.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
This game is not over.
Yeah.
So, but to be honest, I'm proud of Mario. I played with Mario, won championships together. I'm excited for him because he's one of us. And it'll be extra special to know that he is a Cane and he wins a championship for the Miami Hurricanes.
Mm-hmm. Your family.
Talking dirty to me, and I kind of like it.
Your family, you always say it, and that means something across the board as far as all you guys together as guys that played, wore the uniform, all that kind of stuff. So that definitely means something. I get it.
Hey, I text him right after the game, and he says the same thing to me. The work's not done. That's what he says back to me.
Yeah, and he knows it. But like I said, as far as you guys are a brand that is just now a Johnny-come-lately because of what hasn't happened of recent note, but vintage is vintage. Championships and hardware and rings are all there. So it ain't like you guys don't know. And he knows how to do it too. And you know what? You could put two things together here real quick just to tie all this together. Tony Baselli walking back in the building has had an impact for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And what is the reason? Because he did it. Yep. He knows what it takes, and Mario's done the exact same thing.
And he cares about changing.
It's him. It's in his blood.
Mm-hmm. He knows what winning looks like.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And he cares enough to make sure that he's going to get the product right.
Yeah.
I will say this: of all the guys that I played with, coached with, in my whole career, really the guys that have the most pride are the linemen. They have the most pride in what they do because they don't get any recognition. They bust their tail every day. Every single play's a collision. And when you win, it's a group. Okay. And that's what a Baselli brings to the table. And you can say, I love Michael Irvin. If I was going to start a game tomorrow, I'd start with Michael Irvin. But Mario knows that you win up front. And those guys are the guys that when you talk about pride and what they've done and the teams and all that, the offensive linemen are by far the guys that care about the team.
They're selfless.
Than the individual.
Yeah, selfless, absolutely.
But more than the individual accomplishment.
Yeah, selfless.
That's it. And that's what he brings to the table, in my opinion.
Selfless, humble, beautiful, right, Leon?
There you go.
Absolutely.
The big sexies.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Big sexies. That's
and
them.
probably the smartest.
But it's honestly the triumvirate that's inside this building, and I'm glad we're kind of pairing them up. The Mario model down there, and it doesn't happen or work everywhere because other teams have tried a Michigan man. Remember, they would keep trying to bring a Michigan man in there. Well, it doesn't always work, and then they go outside of that. They break the mold. They go get Kyle Whittingham. Me thinks Kyle Whittingham pretty dang good coach, and will help Michigan. But the fact that this team identified up and comers and Khan, and I'll say this, I don't think I'm out of line saying it. He finally said, this is going to be my decision. I'm not going to trust others. This is important enough to me where I'm going to make the decision. And we have not yet reached the anniversary of Trent Baalke's dismissal. It's not until, the 21st or the 23rd. So we're less than a year removed from him bouncing Baalke. But he finally said, it's important enough to me. I'm tired of someone else making a decision that's a reflection on my product.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
And I love the fact that he's done it, and it's starting, obviously, to show the results that he's been dreaming about for a while.
Yep. And really, that comes down to there's a reason. I know Jerry Jones, for example, everybody's on his case, but they're still America's team any way you look at it.
America's loser.
Shad. Yeah, well, don't come on. Shad. I was a running back DB, and I have pride in the Cowboys too now. But,
we're only doing it because you're right here. This is the only reason.
They're not us. Believe me, right now they're not us. But Shad, you have to give him credit because, like you said, the business guys, they have a way of. Their product is important, and sometimes you give too much leeway to other people.
The thing I always loved about him is that he was willing to stroke a check.
Yeah.
He committed to more money than any owner had in a long time. It was record-setting type of stuff, but he always was letting somebody else make a decision. And now, thank goodness for him, and the fans get to benefit from it, is that he said, I got to make sure that, and who knows whether Liam Cohen, when he decided to make the hire, would have been the hit that he is.
Oh, no.
But thankfully for Duval, it's getting this team back to relevance and a chance to play on. All right, XLP Big 3 coming up in just a second. We'll rifle through them pretty fast on a Florida Home AC Friday.
XL Primetime, driven by big #1 Duval Ford, the #1 place to buy your next vehicle. Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios, polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
Make Capital Glass and Shower Doors your premier choice for top quality glass solutions. With over 40 years of expertise, their team specializes in commercial and residential projects. From elegant shower doors to modern frameless enclosures, they've got you covered. But that's not all. They also offer glass railing systems, glass wine cabinets, and much more. For unmatched quality and service, choose Capital Glass and Shower Doors. Your vision, their expertise. Online at capcoglass.com.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Pregame Friday, built by Dreamfinders Homes on 1010XL.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
It's January in Jacksonville, so you turn on the shower knob expecting hot water. It comes up cold. That's a tough loss to start the day, but Duck Duck Rooter is here to turn things around with the new year, new water heater promotion. Duck Duck Rooter makes replacing that old water heater a winning play. Right now, get a new water heater installed for just $14.99 on select models with standard installation. Call now to schedule your free estimate and take the cold shower off the scoreboard. 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
Ticket here for Action Garage Door. Nothing more frustrating than your garage door misfiring. When it does, I call Action Garage Door. They take action. Jeff and Art and crew, Jacksonville folks, not some big out-of-town chain. Something goes wrong with your garage door, take action. Check them out. Garage Door 911, GarageDoor911.com.
If you need a holiday gift idea, let Kuhn Flowers handle it for you. Hi, Flying Jacko here. Simply go online to KuhnFlowers.com and look at the wide variety of floral and plant arrangements. That'll make someone's day this holiday season.
Custom home builders, fed up with your electrical and low voltage companies that ghost you mid-project, sparking delays? Unreliable subs and poor electrical work that derails your schedules? Denny Thompson here for Tyson Inc., experts in seamless electrical services for your custom builds. Pre-construction planning, integration, and installation, no hassle. Your homeowners will love the new Tyson showroom. Home builders team up with Tyson for your next home building project. TysonInc.com.
The best financial move you can make this time of year? How about lowering your mortgage rate to 4.99% fixed APR, the lowest rate in years? How about getting up to $500,000 out of your home equity in the process? You can do it now by calling Loan Pronto. Hey, it's Prosper here, and with Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan, you can get a ton of cash, pay off all those high-interest credit cards, and skip up to 2 house payments. One homeowner just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. Wiped out their credit cards and 2 car loans, saved $2,100 a month. So don't wait. No hard credit pull up front, and you probably won't even need an appraisal. Just fast, easy cash from your home's equity. Act now. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. Start the new year by wiping out your high-interest debt. 904-999-1508. And you can see how much cash you can get today. That's loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, APR for well-qualified buyers. Visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC.
Well, bad night for Ole Miss and now a bad afternoon after the NCAA has ruled that their quarterback, Trinidad Chambliss, is not eligible to come back for his 6th year. So his college career is over.
It ain't over, man.
Wow.
It's over.
He's going to get Diego as his representative to go back and attack the courts in some way, shape, or form.
Okay, so it says Chambliss's college career is over, barring a successful Ole Miss appeals, but I just don't see that. Well, who knows?
Listen,
it's the NCAA.
Yeah, if the appellate is always there, okay, that's what you got to remember. But I hope Trinidad can come back. He can be a decent pro.
Yeah.
Size-wise, he
Listen, when all those agents are going to be in his ear right now, I mean, they're going to have all these projections of where he's going to go and the money he's going to make. Yeah, he's going pro.
Well, he's got no choice.
They have no choice.
If they're seeing Ty Simpson as the 3rd quarterback in the draft,
which is crazy,
then he is a legitimate 1st-round pick. Then Chambliss, because they're.
Any concerns
he's
about
much
his
better than
height,
you could say whatever you want. The kid, I saw him last night.
Yeah.
He gets rid of the ball. He can move with his legs. He can do everything you want to do. He's just a little short. Hey.
Yeah.
You know.
So is Drew Brees.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. But
yeah, and I always hate to compare a great one to another one because they're the same height.
I'm not saying he's going to be Drew Brees.
Because of the same
Let's
height.
Get that clear.
But he does have the look of a guy that can make quick decisions and get the ball out.
But if he was 6'3", 6'4", he'd be projected top 10.
Yeah. All right, XLP Big Three.
All right, Big Three. All right, my Big Three keys to the game this Sunday. Good on good. They got the number one rushing. We got the number one rushing defense. We got to win. We got to win that battle. Secondly, they got the worst rush defense, and we should be able to run the football on them. So we should establish the run. And lastly, no penalties, no stupid mistakes.
That's one of mine too.
No turnovers, no penalties.
I'm going to ditto that with the addition of win the turnover battle.
Yeah.
You know, we've got to play clean football on our end and then, you know, take care of business doing what Leon just said.
Yeah.
Stop the run and run.
I feel like when the penalties are number one for me too, but the next one would be this crowd. Okay, make a hell of a lot of noise. Okay, we know there are going to be Bills fans there, obviously, but make a hell of a lot of noise when that team is on the football field on offense, and see if you can obviously get to Josh Allen, Trayvon Walker, Josh Hines-Allen, Eric Armstead. You can name the guys, but they have got to get him on the ground. Now you couple that with stop the run, like you said, Leon, but if they can get him where he's not operating free, he needs to feel the duress. He needs to be pinched in the pocket, make him uncomfortable, and then hit him. That's it more than anything else. And if those things happen, crowd, pass pressure, and then obviously eliminate the penalties or limit the penalties, this team will be in great shape. All right, let's say hello to Helmets and Heels.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
All right, Lauren Brooks ready to get Helmets and Heels rolling.
Yes, I'm so sorry about your Twitter account, your ex account.
Yeah.
The same exact thing happened to me, so I feel your pain.
What a joke.
It's very frustrating.
If it got Hicken, then we are all in trouble.
Yeah.
Okay.
But hopefully we can revive them at some point in time. But either way, it's so good to see you, Coach Campo. And
Thank
congratulations, boys. Even though that was defensive pass interference on the last play.
Yeah,
that was a gift from 20 years ago.
We'll take
Yeah. 25 years ago, actually, but you will take it. You'll happily take
Was it the same refs as 25 years ago? It could be, right?
Sometimes they let them stick around that long.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. What's coming up?
Well, obviously, we're going to talk a ton of Jaguars. At 2:15, we will chat with Jarrett Bell of USA Today Sports, Matt Hayes' coworker. And then at 3:15, we'll chat with Eric Wood, former Bills Pro Bowl center, who also is a Bills radio analyst. So we'll just keep the conversation going and also Taylor and I are going to give our favorite plays from the regular season from the defensive side of the ball. Tom will give his favorite from the offensive side of the ball.
All right. Beautiful. Looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
These Gators are hurt.
Yeah, they are.
These Gators are hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. The pass interferences.
Hey,
you guys are hurting me.
Yeah, you would have brought it up too. You know you would have.
No, I don't.
They're
I
reaching.
wouldn't have.
100%.
They are reaching.
They're reaching.
Yeah. It was. No,
Don't worry, you guys. John Summerall's here.
Hey, this guy, this is the one this is the hacker of the U fan
Don't
base
worry,
right
guys.
here. Yeah. This is what you gotta look forward
Times
to.
are changing.
Yeah. Oh, unbelievable. All right, we are done. Florida Home AC Friday. We appreciate all y'all for hanging out with us. Don't go anywhere because there's plenty coming right here on the Superstation. Coach Campo, thanks for coming in and hanging out with us.
Guys. I forget how much fun. I forget how much fun it is to be with you guys, and Happy New Year to all of you.
Yep. So all of Duval, just like Coach, they will be in the building or in front of their televisions rooting on Jayville against Buffalo.
XL Primetime from the big #1 Duval Ford Studios. These are big